Good morning once again. You are watching Investment Academy at the Business Portal, and our show for today is Business Life Education with Professor Susan Bigay. Now, before we go back to our discussion, let us go for our business news. We have a slide for that. Banking, business, and finance news. BDO Private Bank income nears 1.2 billion. The Philippine 7 posts 92% profit hike, and the globe expands overseas presence. Over 20,000 workers lose job in H1 Dole survey, and the surge in remittances were expected. And also, yesterday the stock market went down 84 points because of all this happening with Yolanda. But today it actually went up from yesterday at about 20 points, now 6,100. So for our money news, Finance Watch, as of yesterday, the stock market was down 80.58. The index was 6,001.26. It opened at 6,081.21. It went on a high of 6,683.48. And it went on a low of 5,998.38. And the peso-dollar exchange rate is 43.870. It opened at 43.830. It went on a high of 43.795. It went on a low of 43.950. And it averaged at 43.881. So welcome once again. We are with Professor Susan Bigay from DM Competitive Inc. So why is it DM?
Okay. Because we would, actually because of the DMK, no? The DMK training, because we would like people to do more. So DM is actually do more. Because in everything that we do, normally we are settled, let's say your capacity is 120 kilometers per hour. But you're only running, and sometimes you're happy running 90. So DM is like, you do more because you can still do more, and extra mile and extra effort. That's why it's DM.
So how long has DM been in the business?
About 60 years when it's registered.
60 years registered.
6
5
years
not.
5 years not registered, yes. You're crazy. Okay, yes.
And then, and from there, now it's, where do you see your business 5-10 years from now? And what do you hope to achieve by that time?
Okay, as of now, what we would like is that we continue giving classes, we continue equipping SMEs, and also those newly graduates to get into business immediately, not to get into employment. And those people who are now receiving fixed income, to combine it, no? Fixed income and then combine it with income from business. So we think that it will continue for the next 10 years. This time, what I only see is that in our business consulting, aside from accounting, tax, audit, internal audit, we also notice that some of my clients are having good products, but they run their business expensively. So what does it mean? That means we need to business process it. We have to re-engineer it. Because sometimes they have particular, let's say they have 5 staff in one department, but actually in that department they can do it well with 3 staff. Why are you going to have 5? So this is something that I noticed, that ISO is good, and we can make other companies like ISO compliant, but not really.
What's an ISO? Our audience.
It's an international standard organization.
Okay.
That it means that they're giving you a certification that your business process is good and acceptable all over the world. That's the idea. That's why whenever you see that ISO 9001 accredited, meaning the system there is really well studied, the flow is less expensive, and productivity is high. That's the meaning.
Your DM also does that?
Yes. What we do...
You're accredited to give an ISO certification?
Not accredited, but what we do is that we help company comply with the ISO certification. So let's say, I have several clients already under that I notice that we can have greater income if we can have less cost. How are we going to minimize our cost? Let's study the process, because sometimes the process is very expensive. Sometimes we just like getting people whenever we have employees that are complaining, you know, we have so much job, but actually, this one can be done by just one person. Now, in your particular platform, 3 people are doing the job. But actually, with this particular requirement, only one person can do that. Something like that. That's one thing I noticed.
Okay. So in your program, what should they expect when they enroll in the program that you have, the business program, the business life?
The reason why we put their business life education is that we would like, in the Compass, what we like is that people learn about business, about management, about administration, about tax, about estate tax, especially estate tax, okay? Many people now are committing a lot of mistakes there. Aside from that, as what you're saying, it's not only money, no? We would like them to understand that doing work, doing business, is not just for the money, but it's more of how you can excel in whatever you are doing and be happy in doing that. So we would like also people to understand the importance of values, because there may be some employees that are very good, there may be some consultants that are very good, but if they are not value-centric, it's useless. People become money-faced. Everything is whatever you can be paid for. No, because we realize that what makes us stick to a particular company, sometimes it's not because of the income, but because we enjoy the environment, there is more self-respect, it's family-centered, you know. So in our trainings, we would like to inculcate that. People
How
should
long is
enjoy.
this training seminar that
It
you
depends.
have?
For example, this mini MBA that we have will take about 2 months.
And where is it held? The mini MBA?
Now we are running it in Shangri-La, Makati.
Okay.
Why? Because most of the CEOs, entrepreneurs, vice presidents, okay, presidents, these are the people attending these courses. When I was teaching in graduate school in De La Salle, MBA, I noticed that MBA course is very good because knowledge is power. Knowledge can increase the capacity of the people to do more. That's why DM, do more. But not everyone can take up Master of Studies. Not everyone can have the leisure to study and go for a 4 or 5 year course, right?
I just know someone, she's like 2 years. You can't even talk to her because she's so busy.
Yes. So, but it's important that knowledge should be increasing, that people should study. That's the reason why I come up with this mini MBA. So that we can equip our managers, Filipino presidents, CEOs, even if amidst their busyness, there is a need to upgrade.
When is this mini MBA that you have?
Okay.
I think I'm interested.
Because now we're offering it 4 times a year, no? 4 times a year. We'll start one in January 6 or 11, January 11. The only thing there is you have to register immediately. You have to know your profile. Why? Because there will be a lot of group case studies. There will be what I want is that I made it like really like an MBA. People need to read, they have to study, they have to be updated with different cases, and then the professors also. I got professors who are my friends. They studied in different countries in their MBAs and MAs.
And then after the course, you have a certificate?
Then they have a certification. But they have to pass because there's a little exam. And what is that?
And then after that, you can write MBA already after?
They can write CBA, Chartered Business Administrator. Okay? And this one is recognized all over the world. Okay? This is a certification given in Canada.
How long is this? 2 months. So January to March.
2 months, yes.
And when are usually the classes held?
Normally
How
it's
long?
8:30 to 12:30. That's the lecture. That's the lecture.
What's the
Every
frequency?
Saturday. Every Saturday. Why? Come to think of it, you're dealing with CEOs and presidents, and they're very busy. But we have to pull them because, you know, I also noticed that among my clients, when they stop studying, the income also becomes plummeted. When they continue studying, the income increases. So, knowledge is really a very important tool of business increasing income. Very important.
Oh, yes.
That's why, for me, give them this kind of tool to help them increase their profitability. And at the same time, they get very confident in doing business.
So the rates of this mini MBA, do you have this in your
Website.
It's in your website.
Yes, or you can call our salespeople in that, no? The
Wait,
coordinator.
we have a video of your seminars,
Yes,
right? Can
we
you
have.
show that, please?
Yes, yes, yes. And okay, so we have to show the video. Okay,
Ayan.
now we have the video.
So, okay, all the things, all the icons that you show there is part of the MBA, or those are the different seminars?
Different seminars that we
you
offer.
have, that
Yes,
you offer.
yes, yes.
Okay, but the immediate ones that's coming up is
Yes.
the MBA.
The mini MBA on January 11, and then we have another one, startup entrepreneurship, or entrepreneurship beginning and expansion.
And that's not part. That's iba yan. That's the
That's
seminar.
the second topic. No, that's not part of the mini MBA.
Okay.
That's another course running
Okay.
simultaneously.
Oh, okay. And then, okay, this is not about the seminars anymore. I had a question before, well, not now, but before, there was someone who asked me, when does a person pay VAT? Di ba mayroon percentage tax lang at mayroon VAT?
Yes, okay.
12%.
Okay, it's like this. When you register your business, you have two options, whether you register it as percentage tax, you pay percentage tax, or you pay VAT.
How much is percentage
Okay.
tax?
You pay percentage tax based on your net receipts, net receipts, when it is around 1.9 million
Your income is 1.9 million.
gross for 12 months, for
Oh.
1 year. Now, if it is beyond that, then it becomes vatable. That's the reason why I have been saying this, even in RFP, I've been saying that whenever you're going to come up or open a business, estimate how much will be your projected income for 1 year. So that when you register, don't register it immediately as VAT, because that's 12%. Register it first as percentage tax, and that's only 3%. The difference is 9%. But the moment you hit the good news, that wow, you're earning around 1.9 or more, or 2 million, that's the good news. Even if you say, but my tax is 12%. But you know, you're showing a good image to your clients. Hey, I'm already earning 2 million plus. That's why I'm vatable. That's the meaning of that. So, the moment you reach that stage of 2 million plus, or 1.9 plus, then you're vatable. That's the time you shift to VAT. But initially, just go to percentage tax.
Okay, so like income, and then less expenses. Ganyan, income, less expenses, and then multiply that total by 3%?
I'm telling you. So, gross income or gross receipts, less discounts or sales returns, and then you have the net sales. That's the times 3%. Because even VAT is from that net. And then you less OPEX, all the expenses. Then you get the net income. That's the one subject to income tax. That's why our taxation in the Philippines, you are taxed on top, you are taxed below. And then in between, you have the withholding tax of the salaries, of the expanded withholding tax. Okay, that's the one.
I see. And then, so pag 1.9 million and 1 peso, kailangan mag-VAT na?
Around 1.9, because it's 1.9850, something like that. That's the amount. So for me, I tell my clients, the moment you hit 2 million or 1.9 plus, apply for VAT already.
Okay. And for mga, professionals, you said, like doctors, insurance agents,
Same.
Fellow CPA, I guess.
Yes, yes.
All is in this professional service. Ganun din sila? They're also 12 or 3%?
Yes. Yes.
12 or 3%. But sometimes doctors, they don't issue receipts, right? How's that?
But I think now, because that's the reason why also I been offering this thing of the econotax. Because now, with the effort of the government to make everyone compliant with the BIR payments, I think everyone has to issue official receipts.
Okay, okay, that's all right. So that's what about like for current news? Manny Pacquiao is now on TV.
Yes.
So he's paying tax in the States and
Yes.
he's also paying tax here.
Yes.
What is that issue all about?
Yes. Because he earned his income in the United States.
Yes.
So before he remit his income in the Philippines, it's already taxed. No?
Okay.
Because there it's like he's an alien or a non-resident or something. No? That's his status there. Now, that same income taxed in the U.S. will also be taxed in the Philippines. Technically, it's like double taxation.
Oo. So, kunyari, he earned, example, para easy purposes of counting, $1 million there. So, he was taxed there, let's say, 30%.
Yes.
So, $300,000. So, when he comes here, 1 million ulit yung itatax sa kanya. Dollars,
Now, it's like this.
43 million pesos.
It's like this. As what had been explained by the BIR, they're not going to, because there is a tax treaty between the U.S. and in the Philippines. So when you earn something in the Philippines, in the U.S., now they just want to find out if you really pay your taxes there. The moment you have paid your taxes there, when you come in the Philippines, it's okay that you don't pay your taxes here because you already paid your tax there, no? And actually, that's what the BIR are asking Manny Pacquiao.
Okay.
Just show us the proof or the evidence that you have already paid your taxes in the U.S. so that you will not be taxed here.
Ah, okay.
That's the contention. That's why if and then Manny Pacquiao said, of course, for sure, they already deducted my tax there. That's what you call final tax. The moment you receive your income, it's already net of tax. That's what he's saying. So even if he could not produce the documents, definitely he will not be able to receive the income without tax, especially in the U.S. That's what he's saying. But in any case, they just want to find out if he has paid his taxes there or maybe this one, I think this is part of the agenda of the BIR to show that they are really serious in making people comply with the taxes, with the payment here. That's why they are trying to audit Mr. Pacquiao, no? Which is good also.
Okay, what about people having foundation? Let's say a big business person will have a foundation. Whatever, can that be deductible from the tax that he has to pay because he has a charitable institution?
Yes, yes, that's very good. In fact, having a foundation is like your one way of saving on taxes.
Okay.
Remember, the purpose of taxation is to bring about the narrowing of the gap between the poor and the rich.
Okay.
Okay? So technically, you tax more those people who are rich and you tax less those people who are poor. Second, whatever amount you have collected, you will distribute that in order to run the government and to help the less privileged. Okay? Now, when you look at the foundation, the idea of having a foundation is the same. You want to help the poor in different categories. So, with that condition, with that situation, whenever you have a business and you donated to your foundation, and your foundation is 100% tax-free, as accredited by, there is this group that they accredit foundations. You call it, there is a group there that you have to be accredited. Unlike the group of the foundations of Mrs. Napoles, they are not accredited by that, you know, because for sure, that foundations will not pass. Okay, now, the moment you put a donation to this particular foundation, and this is 100% tax-free, then it is deductible from your expenses.
Okay. Well, that's very clear. Maybe some of our audience might want to also know about that. But where the taxes go after we pay the BIR is another episode that we can talk about. But for now, we have to end our show, and thank you very much for being here and guesting in our show. Again, we need to manage our wealth wisely, calculate every move you make towards spending your money. You have to respect the wealth that you have made for you and your family, and honor God and thank Him for the talent and the wisdom He gave us that brought us where we are today. Again, I will leave you with a magic 3. With luck comes preparedness. Make your money work harder for you and build wealth for your peace of mind. Lastly, thank you to my sponsors, Frank Provo at the Peninsula Manila and Flawless, located all over Manila and the Philippines. See you next week, same time, same channel, as we continue learning about different business and investment opportunities. Maraming salamat po at magandang araw po sa inyong lahat.